Qatar.
10 years from now, Qatar will make history as the first Middle Eastern country to host the Football World Cup. For Qatar's Emir, His Highness Sheikh Hamad bin Khalifa Al Thani, and his wife Sheikha Musa, this is the greatest reward so far for a heavy investment in sport.
It's our responsibility to make sure that when we look back 50 years from now, we see the World Cup as being a very, very important step towards the development that is occurring in this region right now, to accelerate commitments to development that are already in place. And we're hoping as well the biggest impact will be that the average individual from the East or the West will look at the Middle East and be able to understand the culture a lot more.
If the World Cup wasn't enough, Doha's also bidding for the Olympics in 2020.
The IOC, they made the decision in 2016 to go to Rio, a new region. So now, the only region which still did not have the Olympic is this region, the Middle East. That's why we say it is the right time now to come to Qatar in 2020.
There is deep strategy behind all of this. Doha is creating world-class sporting venues and has already claimed a portfolio of international events. Here they're preparing for the Arab Games. With sport part of the national vision, there's no expense spared when it comes to putting on a show at the Khalifa Stadium. The opening ceremony of the Arab Games at the end of last year welcomed 21 nations in style. And yes, it was another sporting first for Qatar. And for FIFA's World Cup, 9 new stadia are in the pipeline. In a city already feeling the pressures of construction, preparations for the World Cup will add to the frenzy.
By 2022, you will see a new Doha, a new Qatar. And that's the interesting part. Qatar has been developing over the past 10, 15, 20 years at a very, very rapid pace. And so I can only imagine what it would be in 2022.
The single biggest unresolved issue for Doha's World Cup is summer temperatures, which will be unsuitable for football, for players and spectators alike. Despite a commitment to air conditioning technology, the summer versus winter debate rages on.
Our bid was a summer bid. In the end, we have cooling technologies that are established, that are developed, that will have legacy impact and legacy benefits post the World Cup as well. Not just for Qatar, but also for other countries that face similar environments as Qatar. In the end, it's the football community's consensus.
Qatar's World Cup is a decade away. For now, the foundation of the nation's sporting ambition is the Aspire Zone. For Qatar, it's a place of sporting excellence, somewhere to nurture local talent. The Khalifa Stadium is just part of this state-of-the-art complex. The motto here is Aspire today, inspire tomorrow. With facilities like these, they're well on their way.
If you look to our strategy, like to our strategy sport and Qatar Olympic Committee, it's fallen into 2 categories. One of them is for the elite sport, which is Aspire plays a major role to make sure that we provide the best facility, best environment and best training in order to have an athlete on the Olympic level or the World Championship level. But on the other hand, which is the second part of our strategy, which is sport for all, or sport for our society, especially for young people.
Qataris suffer from some of the world's highest rates of diabetes and obesity, not helped by their high per capita wealth, privilege and rich standard of living. Apitar is the Gulf's first specialised hospital for sports, science, medicine and research. Its chairman is Dr. Mohammed Al-Mahadim, the driving force in Qatar's national health strategy.
We need to create an environment within the city, within the desert, within the rural areas, within the homes, working places, schools, everywhere that caters and make you and make me, like this Aspire zone, if you see it, to ask you, say, why don't you come and have a walk here? Why don't you come and, have a jog with your family or something like this? This is what we want to create. And then changing the attitudes of people towards this and understanding that if they want to live a happier life and much longer life, they need to change their lifestyle.
Qatar's sport policy has many potential barometers of success. Even if the country doesn't reach the top of the sporting league, for the young who live here, they've been introduced to a healthier way of life.